Hello everyone, it's me again, Son99, aka Noburn, and welcome to the Star Wars Destiny video up against Odd Rider, aka Alrathian, I believe. He's playing a Palpatine. Palpatine's got very scary in this latest set with a couple of new cards. I'm playing my Sabine Ezra, and I'm gonna see if I can burst him down before he kills me. Starting with the friends in low places isn't the worst thing in the world. Never tell me the odds. I can definitely go smuggling. Here's a little place, no tell me else at the start, but I think I'll just go smuggling into the DL44. The start double cross is an okay card here, not the best. I'll get rid of both of those. Going for an early DL44, so that I can get rid of a Palpatine dice, I think is the best choice here. And I just got a second chance and a hidden agenda. Hidden agenda, not great. Second chance, it'll be useful later. I don't use thermal detonators. He has no idea. 5 versus 4. Yes. So, let's see if he remembers whose is whose. Because he just put them on either side. He didn't remember to, show who owns which one. Because we both play in the same battlefield here. He likes the main plaza so that he can get rid of damage of Palpatine, which makes sense. He just rolled 4 discard. That is a horrible turn 1. I'm just going to say that right now. But, that's only 4 damage that he does to me, so I could potentially get away with it. Let's smuggling my friends in low places for a resource. He could decide that he doesn't want to resolve those 4. If he resolves one of them and gets rid of my DL44, that'll be a shame. But okay, he just goes for the holocron. Alright, that's pretty good for me. And yes, of course, I am lagging as normal, because this allows me to get my DL44 on, which he has to remove a die for. Then I can roll out Sabine. I mean, I could theoretically have rolled out Ezra first to see if I can get my steal his resources, but I didn't, and I rolled a 3 damage, which is pretty nice. The 3 disrupt, not very useful when I don't have any resources right now. Second chance, and the hidden agenda goes. Alright, he has 2 resources left, so I am a little worried for some removal that he might have, but also Palpatines like to keep their resources for Rise Against. Okay, he doubts the 3 range damage. Alright, and still 3 range damage. And then I'm going to take my resource, and I might resolve that 3 disrupt. Honestly, just to disrupt his dice, stop that Rise Again from coming out. Oh, can't do that. Opponent's last turn. Otherwise, the tracking... All these people not reading their cards. Tut tut tut. Should read card. Alright, so he claimed. Alright, I'll disrupt. And then shield. Roll my 1 in 6. He's very annoyed that I disrupted him. And that's good. And I can overwrite a DL44 with DL44 this turn. Alright, so that's a really, really good draw right there. And running Inference is always great as well. He does, of course, have his endurance thing. But now I can actually friends in low places that endurance out of his hand now. Which is very useful to do, so that when I remove his dice, he can't do anything about it. Because I can overwrite DL44 with DL44, then overwrite DL44 with the DL44 using Sabine's ability to get rid of two of his dice. So override DL44 with a DL44, activates Sabine to override the DL44 with the DL44. Effectively, Sabine just removes 2 character dice there. This is the first time I managed to draw both DL44s. And it's against a palp. Yay. Okay, he removed one of my dice with healer anger. Makes sense, that's fine. Let's roll out Ezra then. Okay, well I did get the range damage there for the 3 ranged. Then he claims, yep. So now I can just go ahead and start discarding to reroll. Discard to reroll. And I'll play my running interference. The 1 disrupts, man. I'm just not gonna let him be able to play his Rise again, basically. The Ezra special disrupts. The Ezra is really good at disrupting. Oh, we're really arguing about this, aren't we? Stealing is removing resources, which is the same as disrupting in many respects. Thing is, he does have this holocron that I've got to get rid of. So let's roll out Sabine. I don't want to bother getting it out, and then I can roll her out, and then I've still got a turn, and I will do the never tell me the odds thing. Or I'll just resolve the 5, just straight up. I have a double cross to resolve his 2 ranged. He gives up. All right, yeah, sure. He was that. He was not winning that one. Yeah. My draws there were incredibly good. Running interference would have just stopped any of the other stuff from stopping him with my never tell me the odds. And he rolled not the best. The disrupts, big deal. Disrupting the Palpatine like that is a big deal. I mean, abandon all hope. Yes, it can force me to lose my hand, but you do lose yours as well. I feel like if I discard like a DL44 or something, I can just replay it on Sabine when I activate it. So like, I can use the graveyard as for my hand effectively. So it's not that big of a deal to lose my hand as the Sabine. So I don't agree with him there. Long con start, that's great. Double cross is not very good, especially against a mace because I would have to pay for my 4-for-1 for the 4-for-1s. So I'll discard that. I'll keep the long con. No, I'll get rid of the long con. I want to try and get a good hand here. Lothcat, I mean, not long con. Ooh, both DL44s again. I'm so sorry, Orathian. I am so sorry. At least you get to choose your battlefield. You're gonna choose my battlefield? Okay, you're taking your 2 shields. I mean, that makes sense. I'll just start with rolling Ezra out immediately, try and get those resources for a quick DL44. Oh, he does manage to pay his resources. And he gets both. He gets both 4-for-1s and he can't afford to pay them. As long as I keep these specials out, we're good. Okay. Now, I could have discarded the holdout blaster to get a hit and run on the Sabine, but with no resources, I don't think he can really remove these dice, so it's not that big of a deal. I can take a resource there. Uh-huh. I get to resolve my dice. Oh dear. This is not going well for him right now. But yeah, Ezra's... At first I was like, when I first started playing Sabine, I was like, you know, there's probably a better red character to play with, and I still think that might be the case. Red gives you access to planetary uprisings and all that sort of stuff. It's really, really good. But just Ezra's disrupts and resources are actually really, really good. So let's just discard the DL44, and let's re-roll all 3 of these. Okay. If you can get more than 1 resource, he's good. He's going to be able to resolve that 4. And how does the dice land? Boop, boop, and a blank. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll take the resource now to be able to electroshock potentially. Why did I discard the DL44 when I could discard the long con? My god. I just realized my stupidity. He rolled a 2 ranged at least. He's got that going for him. Let's discard the long con. Reroll both of these. It's very unlikely I'm going to roll the base damage side. And of course I rolled the base damage side. Alright, 2 damage to Sabine. I'll take my resource. I don't want to really... ooh, he's getting into caution. Oh, oh. Well, I can electroshock one of them. But he can still do 3. I didn't want to do my 1 damage and my special there. Basically my 1 damage. I've got the DL44, which is a good enough. And there's a running interference, which is interesting. Stops him resolving certain things, potentially. Yeah, less running interference. Special and a 1. Okay, well, you gotta spend your resource unless you want me to take it. But I mean, if you roll out Mace... oh, okay, he does spend his resource. Ancient Lightsaber is scary. It's very, very scary. I don't want to do the whole Sabine thing yet. So I'll just resolve the raw and ranged. Okay, now I'll discard the holdout for the DL44. And then, do I smuggling the other holdout? I think I smuggling the other holdout. Keeping a dice handy for the Lothcat. And he passes. Okay. Alright, I'll let you pass. I'll let you pass. Search for the other DL44, play that for 3. I mean, maybe, arguably I should have passed here. Because passing is a very smart choice to reset, and I'm gonna running interference so that he can't activate this turn. Maybe I should have just accepted the pass. I should have used the Lothcat to resolve a dice. No, I should have used running interference to resolve a dice when he's got his dice out, and so he can't do anything. That's to pass. Yeah, if I let him activate here, that would have been the smart choice. As it stands, I can still just pass, but I did just roll 6 damage. I should have been able to resolve that 6 damage and running interference so that he's forced to pass, and then I can start the next turn. That's what should have happened, but I didn't. Yes, she is. Yes, I did. Could have done 6. Oh, whoops, I was muted. But yeah, I could have done 6 damage, forced him to pass, and then that was the next go there. I could also, right now, I could Bowcaster DL44 over the Bowcaster over the DL44 so I can play DL44, or I can just play a holdout now. Either way, it's a strong play. I'm going to overwrite the DL44 with the Bowcaster right now. Well, he did just roll some pretty significant damage. Well, 2. He's rolled 2 damage. He rolled some pretty significantly. He's rolled significant dice and then just wasn't able to do anything with it. So Sabine overwrite the DL44 with the DL44. which allows me to then roll out Sabine. And then I'm just going to resolve the 9. Both these DL44s shouldn't exist. So yeah, I'll still spend the resource. Yeah, that was a big problem. One dice too much, I'll discard reroll. Okay. I just rerolled into some god rolls. It's pretty good. Oh, he's gonna deflect. He's getting pretty close to killing me here, so I'll resolve my 2 into the mace. Alright, with a second chance. Which keeps me alive. Still haven't drawn a Never Tell Me the Odds yet. Discards to reroll, I've got a Lothcat against one of those dice. He can use Mace Window's action to pop my second chance. But that doesn't actually count as damage. So he does that, but then I heal 5 straight up, right? It doesn't count as him doing 2 more damage. It's not deal 2 damage to a character with 2 or less. Alright, so gonna Lothcat. That to remove the 4th one. Yeah, this deck has a lot of good stuff. Oh, he had the endurance though. Okay. Yeah, at this point, I think I claim. There's nothing. I can't running interference with anything here, so I will just claim. He's not going to cast Rejuvenate. He's going to re-roll it. Okay. I mean, that's enough damage to pop the second chance. All right. And that's good for him because that is 3 resources. And then he's going to rejuvenate. Okay, so he did. So he had 2 rejuvenates. Let's get rid of that dice before I forget about it. All right, there's my other long con. That was my other long con. Yep, that's my other long con. Good. All right, so I can do a Never Tell Me the Odds play here. Is that going to be enough to keep him alive? So I can Never Tell Me the Odds for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's way more than enough to kill him. Alright. Alright, watch this. For a hold up blaster. And then I will Never Tell Me the Odds. And running interference. 3, 3, no, 3, 3, and then the +2. Uh, 8 is still a kill on Mace. Can't play a card. There we go. He can Guardian one of these, but 5 health. He's still going to die to the others. Nothing he can do about it. 8 plus 5 is 12. It's 13, actually. Not 12, but it's enough to kill. Can't play a card from hand. If he ancient lightsabers, Mace dies anyway. I think he's realizing just quite how bad this is. Okay, like ancient lightsaber would mean that he doesn't have to Guardian. Okay, he's just gonna give up on that. Yeah, ancient lightsaber means he didn't have to Guardian the 3, so he would still be all right in that respect. But yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, this has been me, Gamesline99, aka No Brainer, teaching Odd Rider over here. Odd Ritter. Exactly how ridiculous Sabine can be. Signing off.